The Titans have been roaming the planet for longer than humans have existed. Some fight for dominance and power, and some fight for the balance of the planet's ecosystem. How many Titans there are is unknown. Their lineage is so vast, it spans for 500 million years. There is just so much unknown, but one thing that is known is their clashes leave historical impacts, with stories passed down from even the earliest of man. Now Titans are rising more than ever, and it's becoming clear that the world is too unstable, with our modern cities and populations not built for such a calamity. Fights happen, and more often than not, leads to the death of thousands of civilians. So, what can be done about it? Now humanity has the technology to fight fire with fire, is there something we can do? Well, there is evidence that humanity will actually plot to eliminate all Titans once and for all, Alpha Protectors included. So today, we're going to take a look at what could go down in a potential Godzilla X Kong Titan Extinction. Before we start, here's a word from Jacob with our sponsor, Final Fantasy XIV Online.
I'm breaking into the video here to thank this video's sponsor, Square Enix and Final Fantasy XIV Online, for helping out the channel, and to tell you guys about Final Fantasy XIV's free trial. Available on pretty much all major platforms, Final Fantasy XIV's free trial includes content from the base game and the first 2 expansions. Up to level 70, you get all that content for free, with no limits on game time, so you can enjoy the richness of the game and its plethora of content for as long as you'd like. I mean, right now, with the free trial, you can team up with friends or take the solo route with your NPCs and play 16 different jobs on a single character. That's a great deal where you can go and test the game out to see if you want to get the full game, which you might want to think about with the game's latest expansion, Dawn Trail, featuring an increased level cap of 100, a new story, new scenery, new spooky dungeons, and new beasts. Final Fantasy XIV has a brand new graphics update that makes all their awesome monstrous characters look even better. Just take a look at the new female Hrothgar. With Dawn Trail, you can play all 21 different jobs on one single character. 2 of these jobs are brand new for the update too. Viper, the dual-wielding melee get your hands dirty kind of job, and Pictomancer, one that weaves their imagination into the fabric of reality. Now that's a power I would hope is never granted to a Godzilla fan. So be a skullcrawler and devour your free Final Fantasy XIV trial. Just remember everyone, it's only up to level 70, but you don't have any of those annoying time limits or anything, so take your time and enjoy what the game has to offer. Start your free trial today using the link in the description or in the pinned comment. Alright, I'm out.
What's up residents, it's your Mayor Alistair back once again, and with Godzilla X Kong 3 set to be a more grounded entry in the MonsterVerse, thanks to director Grant Sputor, it's likely to have a more heavy-hitting story. This may include the eradication of all Titan life, leading to a Titan extinction. In the novelization of Godzilla Kong: The New Empire, towards the end of the book, the government remains uneasy about Godzilla and Kong roaming the surface, as well as Shimo, a world ender, being able to live without restraint in the Hollow Earth, where she could potentially be used to create a new ice age. If politicians and pundits and bloviators thought Godzilla was a threat, what would they think about a real world ender? In Director Hampton's words, it could be all the special interest needed to call for a takeover of the Hollow Earth. The Titans have wiped out San Francisco, Boston, Rome, Cairo, Honolulu, Rio, and more landmarks than one could count. It's safe to say tensions are high. A human invasion of the Hollow Earth is also briefly foreshadowed when Dr. Andrews stated that the government is looking for an excuse to take over Hollow Earth operations, and that the wolves are already at their door. More than ever, people are sick of the Titans and would rather be rid of them than learn to live with them. Titans like Godzilla exist to keep the natural order in check, and without him, Earth would fall. But someone has to answer for the fall of San Francisco, Boston, Washington, Hong Kong, Rome, Cairo, Rio, and so many more heavily populated areas. At least, what was populated. And instead of taking the blame for improper precautions for a Titan attack, governments are looking to point fingers, and Godzilla and Kong, the ones that defended us when no one else could, are currently taking the blame. It seems like the government is closing in on Monarch, something they've been trying to do since the very beginning. So instead of researching the Titans, they may launch a full-scale invasion to try and wipe them out. But how could they do this? After the dissolution of Apex Cybernetics, humanity at this point has gained all the necessary technology to create a fleet of anti-gravity vehicles capable of flying through the Hollow Earth portals straight into the world below, and with their advanced weaponry can systematically wipe out individual Titans one by one. Humanity has already proved to have the firepower capable of mortally wounding these titanic beasts, and their artillery has only gotten better with time. Instead of a traditional alien invasion story, we would be the invaders, coming to this almost otherworldly region and exterminating everything in sight. Unfortunately, including the Iwis, recently discovered by the team in the New Empire. This would mirror reality with humanity's colonial history and provide a daunting and heartbreaking twist to the universe. As Trapper said, these undocumented tribes don't last long when exposed to the wider world. That line right there might have been foreshadowing for the next film, so humanity becoming an active threat seems to be an increasing probability. But of course the Hollow Earth is defended, and Godzilla, Kong and his fellow great apes would work together to push back the invasion force. But they'd have a tough time facing the greatest extinction event to ever face the Earth: humanity. But to fight the Titans, humanity may create monsters of their own, almost act like a Titan plague. But instead of being uncontrollable monsters, they'd be controlled by mankind using technology hinted at in the lore. As King of the Monsters stated, Monarch was trying to create biological Titans of their own. So this technology may be used by the government against the Titans. This is how I believe we could get the MonsterVerse's equivalent to Destroyer, a creature born by human intervention, but spirals out of control and evolves into a true world-ending threat, something even humanity can't stop. One that proves just how much they need the real Titans. Of course, something in the vein of Destroyer would require a sacrifice, just as Godzilla did in '95. But this time, instead of the King of the Monsters falling, it's Shimo who steps forward. In an act of selfless bravery, she sacrifices herself to save both Godzilla and Kong. Her noble death forces humanity to reassess their view of the Titans, not as mere threats, but as living, feeling creatures capable of great nobility. This ultimate sacrifice not only spares the world from a devastating end, but also resolves the dilemma of allowing a being as powerful as Shimo to freely roam the Earth. It's a fitting conclusion, one that makes too much sense not to happen. This would give the film that emotional resonance that Adam Wingard said he wanted. Something as gut-wrenching as Godzilla vs. Destroyer's ending, but without losing the title character. Because I love Shimo, I don't want to see her die, it would be so sad. I firmly believe that this will be the route that Grant Sputor takes with the upcoming Godzilla X Kong sequel. Something more grounded, but in keeping with his science fiction roots. More Godzilla-focused, with more emotion than the previous films in the series, which could end up being the most impactful and heavy-hitting entry in the MonsterVerse. Instead of aliens threatening Earth, it is humanity itself. Now equipped with advanced technology, they become the invader. Driven by greed and ambition, mankind seeks to colonize this primal, untamed world of the Titans, stripping its natural resources and seizing control from these ancient creatures, nature's true guardians. In their arrogance, humans believe they can wrestle dominion away from the Titans and bend the natural order to their will. But this is mankind's tragic flaw, the hubris that always leads to their downfall. For in their reckless pursuit of power, humans unleash their own engineered monstrosities to wage war against the Titans, unaware that their creations may be the catalyst for their own destruction. The tides of this catastrophic conflict seem destined to lead to humanity's own extinction, only for the Titans, nature's protectors, to rise up and restore balance. In the end, it's not about technology or force, but life itself that proves to be the ultimate unstoppable power, reminding humanity that it can never truly conquer Mother Nature. What do you think about this theory for the upcoming MonsterVerse story? Would you be happy with this direction? Let us know in the comment section down below. Be sure to subscribe and stomp the notification button to become a resident of DangerVille today, to keep up to date with everything Godzilla related. Share this video around. Let's get this movie made. I've been Alistair, and we'll see you residents in the next one.